Hello, everyone. Today we are going to interview my sister, who is now a lawyer. We will ask a series of questions that would give us an insight. How is it to become an attorney? Hi, attorney. Kumusta? Kindly introduce yourself and when did you pass the bar?
So hi, I am Attorney Marie Olondriz, 27 years old, from the province of Sorsogon. So I finished my Juris Doctor degree at the University of Santo Tomas Legazpi. I passed the 2020-2021 bar examinations, the best bar ever, with exemplary performance.
Another question for you. How did you prepare prior to bar? And how did you feel that you passed the bar with a very high score?
So my preparation prior to taking the bar exams was not the usual method that most bar reviewers would employ. Although I was enrolled in an online bar review program, I wasn't able to make the most out of it. Probably because I learn better when I read rather than when I listen to lectures. So what I did was more of a self-review. So during that time, I used only a single primary reference for each bar subject, and I made sure that I was able to finish the coverage given in the syllabus. And while it is important to study hard during your review, I did not neglect my physical and mental health, as it was very important because we took the bar exams during a pandemic. So I first heard the news that I passed the bar exams. And of course, I was elated, and I even cried and thought to myself that all the hard work and the hardships that I have been through were all worth it. So when the news came that I passed with exemplary performance, I was just really thankful. The feeling was like winning the lottery twice.
What was your first job after passing the bar?
So after passing the bar, I decided to enter private practice and open a law office.
What were your hardships, struggles when you started the legal profession, and how did you overcome the same?
So one of the hardships in starting with your legal career is choosing which path to take. As for me, I was torn between pursuing attorney positions in the government and pursuing private practice. So I weighed the pros and the cons of each choice and considered my personal circumstances, and then finally decided to pursue private practice to gain experience first. Another hardship that most lawyers experience, I believe, is the lack of knowledge in the actual practice of law. Because most of the things we learn in law school relate to substantive law and theories. So, what happens after we pass the bar and the things that should be done when you're already practicing law, we lack this legal knowledge. And in order to address this, I did not hesitate to ask for mentoring from former professors and from other lawyers I know.
What was the most challenging counseling have you rendered, if any? And how did you handle this situation?
So, I would say that the most challenging consultation I had was the one where I had to discuss intestate succession to my client. As this concept is not common to people who do not have background knowledge in law. So the key in addressing this kind of situation is to discuss it, explain it in a manner that is simplified without having to use legal terminologies which which the people are not familiar with, and by making reference to real life situations.
Attorney, have you taken pro bono cases already? Or would you consider taking one?
So I have taken several pro bono cases, but most of these are consultations and out of court settlements. So the feeling is very rewarding, most especially if you know that your client is really underprivileged and cannot afford the services of a counsel. It will remind you that lawyering isn't really a money making venture, but rather it is a vocation to serve the people.
What message or advice can you give to aspiring lawyers these days?
So, my advice to aspiring lawyers is that continue reaching for that dream. Yes, the journey will be very hard, but once you get that dot to your attorney, it will all be worth it. And once you become an attorney, please humble yourself. The title does not make you superior to anyone. It gives you a continuing obligation to serve and protect the rights of people.
So there, thank you so much, Attorney Mori, for your time and good luck with your future endeavors.
Quando eu me pendant ses bras, il me parlait toute voix, je vois les